This is Boarding Party Ragnarok, featuring Joel as Elmar Gregory, Jordan as Griff, Devin as Captain Perseus Blackwater, and Dean as Polen Watkins. As a familiar echo calls out in the tunnels before them, our heroes are welcomed by the cold light of an old friend. Into the moments, as you guys take your first steps, some of you, your first steps, into the dark, cavernous hole full of large metal ants. You see a ghostly light flickering in the cave. And the last thing you heard was, "Oh my god, hi!"
Hi.
Oh, it's so good to see you again. How have you been?
Not bad.
Fine.
Considering.
Who is this?
Yes,
Do you know who this voice
a
is?
very large and spectral lamp, just with just big smile on its face, just floating right in front of you. It's got two glowing yellow eyes, and it just seems so happy to see you.
How have things been down here?
Oh, you know, another day, another cave.
Sure. I don't know your secret oath password, but if you want to.
Do you know this creature? Any of you? Seems to know
We're
you.
best friends, and we will be too.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
I'm Ilyana. It's so nice to meet you.
I'm Rafasul. Nice to meet you too.
I like him.
Sure. I'll kneel and do the thing.
Yes, you speak your tribal oath.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You watch as Griff begrudgingly speaks something in some language, and a number of runes on this large door just sort of illuminate. As what looked to be a large wall at the back of this cavern just splits, cracks open. Like as if two massive doors were to slide open for you.
So, why are we here again? Ask him where Hot Dad is?
Anything, any information. If he can, update him on the sister, maybe see if he can sense where the pieces of her are. Literally any hint or clue. We're grasping at straws at this point.
Right. You got that?
Oh yeah, I'm up. Yeah, I got it. Let's go.
Just bleeding.
Whip of the trident. Yeah. Onwards.
Okay. Yeah, as the lot of you enter the same massive smoldering chamber, Rafasul, this room's hot. Like really, really hot in here. There's a number of glowing coals on the ground that are just sort of slowly smoldering away. And there's this massive, almost volcanic looking spire in the middle of this chamber.
Wow. This is a bizarre place. Have you guys been here before?
We have.
Yes.
And if it's anything like the first time I was here, I don't think you're ready for what you're about to see.
I'm guessing not.
Yeah, I'll kneel down and just announce myself to Hushkron.
Okay.
Why do we keep kneeling down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that.
Thank you for doing that, so I don't have to. Yes. As you announce your presence, the massive volcanic spire sort of lifts and shifts into this strange, large, dinosaur-like structure. It's got this enormous head. It's got some arms that are kind of folded at the chest. And it seems to be just sort of sat down in the room as it kind of starts to sprawl out. Welcome back.
We'll just sit over here till they're done.
Yeah.
Unless you speak this language. I don't.
I don't either.
It's good to be back. You been well?
Well enough.
Well, that's good. news on your sister, the Steel One. She is in agony. Things missing from her, right? She's not looking good.
It seems you are correct.
I mean, I would hope so. We saw her firsthand. Do you have any sort of leeway as to where the man who was originally hurting her? I don't know if you can track, like, parts of her.
There are pieces. They are disparate. I know of 2. Though there are 5 you must find. 1 is not far. The other is beyond sight.
Alright, and are they in relation to your, the Steel One? Or are they completely something different like this? And I'll pop my trident out and point to the crystal in the center.
They are not what you show me. They are of my kin.
Just so you guys know, I'm relaying all this to you, like, as it's happening. Because I'm like, I'm not trying to wrap my brain around this myself.
So they look like him then, if they're kin. Just smaller versions, maybe?
I don't know. Could be.
I guess the other one kind of looked like him. It's very different though.
I think he's just saying that he recognized them because they're a part of her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm just trying to clarify. Because right now, I don't know what we're looking for.
Basically, there's another one of these, but she's very steel, metal-y.
Mm-hmm.
And our enemy took chunks and pieces of her to create forges to make weapons and armor. Well, I don't know where the piece came from, but it was in my town for a bit, and he took that piece. But then I think he got more, because I don't think we had 5 chunks worth.
We don't know if he specifically took them from her, but
Yeah.
she's been devastated.
And
Okay.
they have do you remember yesterday when he fought another champion of sorts?
Mm-hmm. The little crab.
The our common enemy is a champion of another person. Another deity is very dark and very evil, and they're related to these large beings.
Okay.
So one close, one far.
Do we know in what direction we should head, or?
Think that's more Griff's expertise? You get these, like, feelings, don't you?
Yes. I don't know how that would work with smaller pieces, but maybe.
Yeah, you have feelings, right?
Of course I do.
Of course I do.
After killing 29 people.
Human.
What else did we need to ask him?
I'd like to know more of what they look like so we know what we're looking for.
It's not bad. Yeah, I'll ask him. Who are these kin of yours? Are they looking like you, or are they of completely other origin?
Pause. Time to correct a misunderstanding. The 5 pieces
Mhm.
are all from Steel Sister,
Right.
Okay.
not other,
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
not other big
Yeah,
volcano
yeah.
man.
Okay, that's I thought it was of other big volcano men, so
Yes.
that's my
There we go.
misunderstanding.
That's okay.
Okay.
Because I was like, how do I explain this in a way? And I was like,
I've made an error.
No, you're good.
Bring it back to the middle.
So
There we go.
basically, we're missing 5 pieces of puzzle.
Yep.
And we need to find. So we know what the puzzle should look like when it's built. So then we would recognize it when we saw it.
Kind of, sort of. We've seen the furnaces. That's what we're looking for. But they took the rocks and the pieces of her and forged them into other things.
Yeah, like are each of them gonna be furnaces?
Yeah, we don't know. But 2 of them are.
We think.
Yeah. Well, didn't we see them?
Yeah, yeah. They
So
could be
we-
something else at
yeah,
this point, though.
Yeah, well, like, did we confirm that the pieces or the furnaces were those pieces?
I think that's what he said last time. He didn't obviously say it, but hinted at it.
Inferred it? Okay. Disregard that last question then. I retract it from the from this.
We would like
from
to
saying-
redact from the record, please.
Redacted.
Oh, I got nothing else, and this guy's kind of big.
Maybe he could point us in the right direction for the one that's close. Since he knows it's close, he must know where it is.
And I guess what is close to him?
Yeah.
Is that like a month from now or
Well,
1 day's journey?
He did say that one was within sight and one wasn't. So the one within sight, I assume he can see, so he can point us in the right direction.
It's within sight. You can see it.
I don't think he talks like that.
Well, I know, but hey, I'm new to this. I'm just trying to.
The translation's a little rough. Back and forth between Perseus and Ilyana.
Yeah.
They're like, huh?
We've got to find 5, and if one's close, that seems like the obvious one to go for.
Is there a general direction you can point us, or?
One you have seen laid waste. The other I cannot track. It is not grounded.
So it's moving. Somebody has possession of it.
They've made a 747.
No, just because it's not grounded doesn't mean it's
No,
necessarily
they made
there.
Bear Force 1. And they're all just up there waiting.
It could mean that it's just being hauled by an army or something from location to location. It's not just stuck in one place.
I think it's a jumbo jet, but
Almost like it couldn't possibly be magic. It's obviously highly
Aliens.
advanced technology.
Lying.
Elmar, you're just gonna have the hair. Aliens.
airplanes.
Hear me out.
I mean, I got no other questions, and
I'm happy we have a direction now, a hint.
yeah,
I guess maybe is there any knowledge to what surrounds it? Are we about to walk into hundreds, tens?
can you track just the piece itself, or can you get a glimpse of anything around it?
Yeva. Approach.
I'll do that.
Sword of Omens. Grant me sight beyond sight. Yavar, as you approach Hashkran, a large stone bowl appears before you, and within, molten iron. You see a nice mirrored reflection of yourself. You're looking good. That's it. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, man.
It swirls away. You see a large portion of Steel Sister jabbing out of the ground. It doesn't seem far away. The terrain looks local. But the bigger hint is it's surrounded by wolves. Dozens of them. As they kind of circle and snarl about this thing, all of their normal wooden weapons, as they kind of tap on the spire, are transformed into very powerful, shiny, elaborate-looking metal contraptions.
Great. Just great. I'll turn to everybody and be like, okay, so I think I know where one is, but it's not great. Remember the wolves?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
They have stumbled upon a piece and now been gifted with much far superior weaponry.
Well, I think that's why we need to go get it sooner rather than later, so they can't make more.
Yeah, and that should help in our fight, too. Because we can use this for stronger weapons as well, right?
Perhaps.
I can probably find this one.
Okay. Well, a great start, and maybe if we return this piece to her, it might be enough for her to tell us where more are. Might give her enough strength.
Gooby.
Allies are better than enemies, so let's,
Elmar,
Oh,
approach.
yes, sir.
Present your blade, if you would.
This one? This magic one?
Precisely. You and the blade are powerful enough to wield my blessing.
Oh,
Your friends would be incinerated.
that's super terrifying. But if you believe in me, then I will believe in myself. Please don't burn. Please don't burn. Please don't burn.
As
please
you're
don't
sitting
burn.
there, reciting to yourself, please don't burn. Elmar, you may choose another command word for the Rosewood Blade.
Dang.
Glory will cause it to fly around the room and
Okay.
strike a number of targets.
Okay.
Whichever your new one is will cause it to ignite in a holy and cleansing fire,
Sweet.
capable of burning away impurities, disease,
Oh.
all manner of things. You are capable of igniting any burnable substance with this blade. It also provides bright light to a distance of 20 feet.
Just to add.
You weren't convinced enough.
But more importantly, you also deal an additional d6 of fire damage on all of your attacks if you want to.
Whoa.
But
let me dwell on it.
yeah. It'll basically what we'll say for now is Elmar has chosen a word. When Joel knows what that is, you let me
Yep.
know.
Sounds good.
But yes, you now have the ability to ignite your sword.
nice.
Amazing. Thank you for this blessing.
Use it well.
I will, and I will help your sister and defeat your brother.
I have no doubt.
Well, I guess there's no time like the present.
Yeah. So we get on out of here before I just pass out from exhaustion. I'm gonna be
Perseus, are
completely
you
honest.
okay?
I'm tired.
Do you
Very
need a
tired.
break before we move on for this? Because this
would-
battle could be pretty intense.
I would much love one.
I'm gurgling.
How many wolves did you say were around this thing?
Dozens.
Dozens.
Dozens of wolves, human and otherwise.
Minimum
on, son.
24.
I think Elmar could probably
It's-
handle it by himself.
It's
But
worth noting, their usual sort of green glowy wolves, not anymore.
Okay.
They seem much tougher.
Great. Love that. I figured since they had the weapons.
In like a literal sense. Yeah.
All right, well, let's head up. Maybe there's a little bit of that town we stayed in last time. We'll rest up and
Mhm.
and see if we can track them down and take that piece back.
Yes, Hashkran will fold himself back into Volcano Spire. And Ilyana will once again, like, kind of fly along with the crew and then reach the doorway and just goes, "All right, well, it's been really great to see you.
Yeah, as well.
I'll be here if you ever want to come back or anything."
Hopefully, we will see each other again under less strenuous circumstances.
Yeah.
I just leave.
and I just say that is the weirdest thing I've ever come across.
Thank you.
Well, it won't be the weirdest for long. Would you like to do a watch?
You mean while you guys rest type of watch?
Yep.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
I'm good.
Are you guys
Um,
making your way out of the caves, or are you
yes.
just gonna rest?
No. We're not
In
going
the
to
cave.
sleep in the ant cave.
Okay.
No.
Because if you go to leave, Ko will tap you on the shoulder and point at all the ants.
You want to stay here with the ants? Oh. You want to bring them with us? No problem with that at all.
He'll just like scamper off into the cave.
So for the first time, Ko and I agree on something, and he's gonna go rally the ants to aid us in the potential battle tomorrow. And
We're gonna need their help.
from what I remember last time, they were very helpful.
Fodder.
Yes, that time. you
No.
were
Definitely not
there.
fodder.
No.
They came in clutch.
No, they were much more help than even Elmar was that time.
That's accurate.
Imagine like dozens of large metal ants,
Mm-hmm.
all the size of like a Labrador retriever.
Okay.
Pretty good size
There were watchtowers with bowmen in them, and they would just knock the towers over, and no problem.
and then eat them when they came down.
Well, we need numbers, that's for sure.
Yes. So that will be helpful. If you'd like to do the first watch, I'll do the second one to check on the ant situation.
All right.
Make sure they didn't say no and take Ko further in.
One of us. One of us.
Okay. Refusul, you're taking your first ever watch.
I am. I'm excited.
Perish.
Burn.
All right. So here's how watch works.
Uh-huh.
If you have any light activity or thing that you'd like to be working on, you may do so.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point in there, I'm going to ask you to roll a die, and we're going to see if anything happens.
Okay. So it's nighttime, right?
More or less.
So there's shadows everywhere.
Yeah.
Cool.
I bamf away.
Are
and
they,
I never return.
I'm gone.
are they sleeping?
Yes. They are sleeping or resting, whichever they prefer.
And what can I see?
In the darkness, precious little. Unless you guys make a campfire or anything.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I see a shadow to the north of me, probably 50 yards or so.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna
go there.
go there and see what I can see around there.
Okay.
I
Let's
don't-
do a perception roll.
Okay. What's my perception roll?
I got you. You're gonna roll a 20-sided die,
Okay.
and you're gonna add 0.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty dark over here.
Okay.
Don't see anything. Nothing too spooky.
All right. So now I'm gonna instantly go back to where I was.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go west,
Okay. Go west, young man.
about the same distance.
Same dealio.
14.
14. Okay. You don't see anything, but you hear a lot of unnatural rustling in the grasses.
Okay. Like
It doesn't sound like a breeze rolling through and
obviously
shaking some
something's
twigs.
there, and
There's-
it's not some animal that might be just eating.
could be,
Could be.
but hard to say.
All right. Well, then I go back to where I was,
Okay.
and now I'm gonna go south about
Okay.
50 yards. 6.
Okay. Yeah, you're like nothing here.
All right.
Good stuff.
So now I'm gonna go back to where I was.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go east. 10. Hey, who
He's
better
been
to have a
everywhere.
watch than somebody that can jump out and expand the circle really
He's
quickly?
been everywhere, man.
Mm,
How'd you do on that one?
10.
Okay. Nothing too spooky over here.
Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go back to where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Northeast.
Carry on.
No, I'm gonna go back. The noises that I heard were to the west, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go west again, and I got a 13.
Okay. You hear an eerie and still silence.
Okay, so now I instantly go back to where I was.
Okay.
All your friends are dead.
There's hundreds
Should've
of
checked it the
goblins
first
with small
time.
knives.
I mean, I was gone 8 seconds, and I did do a big circle, so we know
That's all
you're
it
good.
takes.
But now I know while I'm doing my watch, I'm kind of faced towards the west, right? And I kind of focus my attention that way.
Okay.
So nothing can sneak up on me from the west.
Yes.
Because it was
But from
quiet
the
in every
east.
other direction.
Great idea.
You know.
Yes.
So I will cautiously stare off at the west. Yeah, that'll get most of my attention.
Okay.
And
Yes.
then I will stand there and do my watch.
Did Griff have
Like
to
a
go to the
good
bathroom?
soldier.
Something happened.
Did he pee?
Griff is not awake currently.
Oh. He peed.
In between my sleep.
In between the teleporting, Rapazu put his hand in a bucket of warm water.
Can
He
I
bamfed over to the river, filled it up, came back.
can I do that?
You can try. If that's your goal, you can do that.
Well, now that I've heard noises off to the west, I'm
Yeah.
taking this a little more seriously than I would have if it would have
Okay.
been quiet
It's
in
a
every
good save.
direction.
Good save. Rapazu,
Yes.
as you stand watch,
Mm-hmm.
you hear the distant and mournful howling of a wolf,
Okay.
which is suddenly cut short by that horrible wolf and dog sound. They go, "Meow." And then silence.
Like it's in pain. Like
Mhm.
okay. Interesting.
Like a mournful howl cut short. Off to the west.
Okay. So now I'm debating, do I seem like a coward and wake these guys up way too early, or do I play hero and possibly die by letting them sleep?
Perish.
As he's debating, Spark walks up and brushes against his leg.
Oh yes, a very small dog of many different colors.
I
Rubs
don't
against you.
know who this is.
He has one paw that's kind of grassy. He's got another paw that's got a little jolt to it. Kind of gives you a little static shock as he walks by, and he's very warm to the touch.
This dog obviously is not a threat.
No, you've seen it kind of plodding around with Griff, but never really paid it much mind. It seems like a very small version of the larger wolf saber cat that travels around with him.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do.
And he's a nice boy.
I want Perseus to continue resting because he's the one of us that's beat up and thrashed. So I'm gonna quietly go over to Griff and wake him up and say,
That 30.
and let him know, hey, Griff, I'm hearing some noises, wolves off to the west. Not sure it's a threat yet, but I want to have you awake so you can stand watch here while I go check it out.
Have you ever encountered the wolves before?
No,
So you don't know that it's them?
I do know what a wolf sounds like.
They don't really make a lot of noise, though.
Well, I heard something that sounded like a wild dog. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is them.
All right.
And it might not be, and I might be there for 10 seconds, find out it's something indigenous, no big threat, be right back, you can go back to sleep. But I'd like you to be awake and keep an eye on our comrades while I go check this out.
All right.
Okay? Because I really think Perseus needs to stay asleep as long as he can and heal up. Okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. I see that same shadow off to the west. Boom. I'm there.
Okay. As you boom. As you arrive, you see two brutally mutilated corpses of wolves. Literal wolves. Not the thing that Griff is worried about, but
Mhm.
two like wild wolves.
Okay.
Completely eviscerated. Some of their limbs are missing. They look like they've been mauled by something massive.
Okay. So I'm going back.
Okay. Yes, as you go back, the creature uses pursuit.
Good luck.
Interesting.
I was getting Big
Refusul.
bird vibes
Mhm.
You take 11 points of slashing damage as you're teleporting through shadow.
from the Tauros.
In the time between here and there, you feel something claw at your back.
That fast?
Uh-huh.
Holy crap.
As you land back at camp, I need something from you.
Oh,
I need a constitution saving throw, if you would be so kind.
You know, it was nice knowing you guys.
It's a, it'll be a d20 plus 2.
4. So I get a
4.
6.
6. Okay. We'll get to that some other time. As you have this massive claw mark just rake up your back, you kind of land back in camp. Griff, you see Refusul arrive, and he's facing towards you, and all of a sudden he's like super pale.
what happened?
I was attacked by something I didn't even see.
That's great.
And then I'm going to turn my back and show you.
You need to sit down.
Yes, it's 3 tremendously large claw marks all the way up his back.
All right. I think it's time to wake the others.
Sit down.
Okay. I'm sitting down.
Blood is just sort of pooling and spilling down from this wound.
I'll cast healing word.
Okay.
Thank God I woke you up.
I'll do it.
For the record, you have 30 hit points remaining.
Okay.
You're still doing okay. It's just a big hit.
Yeah, I'll just basically cast it to try and like stop the bleeding and make sure it doesn't get worse.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what is it? +3? That's 4 points back.
Okay. So you are at 34 of a possible 41 of your hit points.
All right.
You said you didn't see this.
No, it happened while I was teleporting back.
Were you running from it?
No, I was teleporting back. In the instant that I was teleporting, it got me.
I'm a runner.
Okay.
So it's
I retreated to future victory.
it's faster than any creature I've ever come across.
Did you see it?
No.
You just
In the
did the shadow
instant I
thing.
teleported,
and it-
I was okay when I started and had this when I arrived.
It's very strange.
That's milliseconds.
All right. Well, I'll kind of just yell at everybody. Just be like, get out! Make some noise.
Okay. Yes, Hoba and I believe you brought. I'm pretty sure you made Bones come with you too.
My Oceaneers are there as well.
Yeah. So there's the Oceaneers. Everybody's kind of like, huh? What are we doing? What? Ko comes plodding out of the big hole in the ground with like 15 ants, and they're all kind of like chained together. He's like
Chained together.
they're just like walking in a line. Yes, the ants are walking in a chain, shall we say. They're walking one behind the other, as you would see ants normally, but Ko seems to be the lead.
Okay.
Cool.
They're playing follow the leader with Ko.
All right. Look, I'm going to tell you guys what I saw.
Yeah.
I shot off to the west, and I don't think they were wolf creatures that you tell me about. They didn't have any weapons. They looked like wolves, just regular wolves. And they were in severely bad shape. And I decided to come back and let you guys know. And as I was teleporting back, I got clawed in the back. So this thing is so fast that it could hit me almost instantaneously. And it wasn't anywhere near me when I started. So this thing's going to be fast and strong.
It's kind of frightening.
Very strange.
That's all I can tell you. That's all I know.
So what's the game plan then? We just gonna pack up and leave, or?
So having a delayed reaction, I'm just now waking up and like hearing commotion and thinking that there's danger afoot. Just kind of go, "Hyah!" And then my sword lights up after from my "Hyah!"
Okay.
Is that your command word?
Okay.
I was hoping it was going to be hallelujah, I'll be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, as Elmar scares himself awake, igniting the sword immediately, and it's like, the area is immediately filled with bright light. Out to a radius of 20 feet. And then dim light for another 20 outside of that. So you guys can now actually see around you.
Is that right? What's happening?
There might be. Perseus was attacked.
Are we fine?
Currently.
For now.
I'm alive. I don't know if I'm fine, but
Can I look at the like wounds on his back and see if I can like tell what they came from or if I've seen them before?
Let's get a nature check.
Nature.
See if you would recognize what could do this.
14?
I mean, your closest approximation would either be Maya or some sort of very large bear.
All right. I'm not quite sure what attacks you. I've never experienced something as fast as you're saying, but the claw marks look familiar.
It wasn't done by a weapon. It was done by a creature.
It's definitely some sort of beast.
I mean, I'm not no animal expert, but could just be trudging on his territory. Could just leave, walk away like nothing ever happened.
The wolves that you found, were they dead?
oh yes, they were more than dead.
Like something had been eating them?
Like just shredded. Just something like they'd taken an explosive or magic that just obliterated them. Just gone.
All right. I don't know where we go from here. Maybe we just stay in our area, as Percy suggested, and then
Wait it out till morning
Continue.
so we can't be sneaked up on.
Sneaked upon.
Yeah, I'm good. Still a little groggy, but I feel a little bit better.
All right, well, I'm very awake, so I can assist with some watch or give you some time if you'd like to rest those
I
wounds.
think I need to.
Okay. Well, I'll watch for a bit and. Sorry, Griff. It seems that you're my backup again. Should something else occur.
It's like,
it's all right.
I'll put the kettle on.
Make the tea now.
Okay. Elmar,
Yeah.
since you ignited your sword,
Uh-huh.
give me a perception check.
15.
15. Elmar, just at the distance of your dim light,
My sight.
about 40 feet away from you, see several sets of glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Many are red, some glow a bright blue, some are sort of yellowish. Seems like you've kind of caught the attention of everything. Between all the shouting and speaking and igniting of swords.
Well, I'm gonna keep my eye on them diligently, but act like I don't see them and go about my business to see how they
You're
react.
just like, look at it. Where's my water?
Yes.
I see nothing out there. I'm just gonna be sitting right here all night.
Staring in this one direction.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tonga right behind me.
Yep.
Not moving. Okay. Yes. Elmar,
Yes.
since you're being so diligent, one of the more red glowing eyes kind of pulls away. And then so too does one of the yellow sets, accompanied by a loud yelp.
Okay. That sounds like. Hopefully they're just playing with each other. As monsters do.
Blood spray. It's perfectly
What
normal.
a fun game.
It's confetti.
Everything's fine. What a fun time they're having. Wow.
They don't need me. I'll wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Oh, for what?
Another set of yellow eyes.
Gruntonga, go. I'm just kidding.
Go see what it is.
But they're just watching me still, and then just
They seem to be circling almost.
the eyes that are looking at me.
Yes.
It's just weird that they're looking at me and then just being taken out. Like, it's weird that one would get taken out and they wouldn't scatter. Like,
But if you notice,
This is
it's the
weird.
yellow eyes that are getting taken out.
yeah. But still, if there's 3 yellow eyes next to each other and one gets taken out, the other 2 wouldn't be like, well, that sucks. Got to keep an eye on this guy.
Unless you think of wolves in the Alpha Bravo sense, and the yellow eyes are kind of.
Well, then it's just nature. Carry on.
Back to sleep. Turn the sword off. And...
Guntonga, let's get a little bit closer, you and I, and see what violence is occurring and why the rest aren't scattering. This is such an odd situation.
Oh, all right.
You can stay behind me if you'd like, if you're scared.
No, just
Okay.
sleepy.
Fair enough, I feel you there. Well, tally ho.
Revisual, right as you're like, all right, time to go to sleep. You just keep hearing wolf yelps. You're like, ah, jeez. And then this massive steel rhino just starts walking next to you. The earth's kind of quaking a little bit. You're like,
Sleep, guys. Sleep.
Ruse will be up. Arrow at the ready. He's just like, don't like this. Don't like it.
Would you like to come with Josiah?
Think, given what I'm seeing, it is best if one of us stays here.
Fair enough.
And seeing as how you're all made of metal now, you can go.
All right.
That works for me.
All right. Message received.
Metal Man fights
Goes,
metal.
All of
animals.
my limbs are still flesh.
I will journey
bleed.
a little bit closer.
Okay. As you get a little bit closer, the 2 so far unmoving sets of red eyes break immediately, as if to sort of get into a flanking position. And they are incredibly fast. You can still see them, but they're just red blurs.
Keep an eye on that one on the left, Gruntonga. I'll watch this one on the right. Be at the ready.
No, all right.
And are there any other ones, or just these 2 at this point?
There's the 2 red eyes that are now moving, and the 3rd set of red eyes that has been moving for a while. Sort of taking out the other wildlife. And then all those blue sets of eyes that have been watching you as well. But those haven't moved.
How close are they to me?
To you, they seem to be staying at the fringe of what you'd be able to see. They seem smart enough to avoid the light.
I want to throw my sword out a little bit just to see how they react to that
Okay.
flaming sword circling about.
Yes. As you shout, glory! As the sword flies out and around. Give me another quick
A
perception check.
little less pompous than that, but 3.
Glory!
A man in the middle of the night by himself.
How'd you do?
3.
3! Yeah, you see a little bit of like motion blur as the flame is kind of flying about. You see a lot of shapes move, but no detail. And as the sword returns to you, they all kind of stop for half a second, and then take off again.
Show yourselves, creatures.
No. No, I don't think I will.
Do I hear that?
No.
Oh.
Just not like, I
Affects
don't know,
my reactions.
I don't know what else to say for you. Griff, as you're attempting to fall back asleep, give me one more nature check, real quack,
Nature.
real quack like.
That's much better. 19.
19. Griff. It's a full moon behind all this cloud cover. As you kind of bolt upright, You realize Refusule has no idea who the wolves that you know of are. He's speaking about wolves. As in canine dog-like creatures being eviscerated and slaughtered. That doesn't just happen. But you are familiar with the idea of being cursed.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
As you kind of sit upright, you can see that as these sort of shapes in the darkness have been moving, so too have the clouds that have so far been covering the moon, making it very dark and easy to sneak up on things.
I'll look around and see that Elmar isn't near anymore.
Yes, he's a little ways off with Gruntonga, and you can see glory.
And then I'll kind of try to get my bearings on where anything is that's not him
Yes.
and not our group.
Yes. Let's get another perception check from you.
11.
11. Okay. You do see one set of bluish eyes. A little ways off, but it's far closer than it was last time you were aware that creatures were out and about.
All right.
Closer than it has any right to be.
Yeah, I'll jump on Maya
Okay.
and essentially just charge it.
All right. Let's go ahead and do whatever it is you'd like to do when you charge on up to this large wolf-like creature.
More or less, like it's more to intimidate it, see if it'll run away at first. So Maya will kind of just run up and like growl at it.
Okay. Let's get Maya an intimidation check. To use her charisma. Big kitty.
Oh God. She wasn't quite awake or on the same page as me just yet. She more just goes, eh.
Just lets out a yawn.
And the wolf just starts laughing.
Roro.
Yes, the creature that you charge does not move. Just like, that's cute.
Cool, can I see it now?
Mm-hmm. It is a very large, tan-colored dog. With sort of these large jutted spikes out. It looks like a spike collar almost.
Cool. I'll flip on Speaks with Animals
Mm-hmm.
and talk
Speak
to
with
it.
the animal.
Yes.
Say, why are you here? If you're just hunting, I assure you, you don't want to hunt us.
As it kind of slinks back and turns to leave. Hi, Grip. Does a 23 beat your armor class?
No, of course it doesn't. That's
Okay.
silly. What a silly question that is.
I know, right?
Because he's with Maya, you add them together.
Oh, really? Then
yeah.
no, it doesn't.
Griff, as this wolf kind of backs up and slinks to leave, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it's on top of you and tackles you off of Maya.
Sick.
As it just kind of shoulder checks you off Maya's back. I will allow Maya an attack of opportunity as the two of you sort of leave her sphere of influence.
Oh yeah, she's gonna do that. Yeah,
She
she'll
thinks
just-
Griff's got it and is gonna let it ride.
She's like, nah, he's fine.
He'll be alright.
She'll just Frostveil Fangs this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Get after him. That's a lot of damage. 25?
25 damage?
No, 25 to hit.
Oh, okay. Yes, that will hit. I was like, oh my god. How?
How?
7 with 4 cold damage.
Okay.
Boy.
Important to note, as Maya dives at this creature, it sort of immediately spins around from Griff and shoulder checks Maya on the way in before she's able to bite it. Maya takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage as well, and then takes the hit.
Oof.
Sucker punch.
This thing is fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that is worth noting that you did some cold damage. Here we go. Okay. At this point, we're gonna roll some initiative
Cool.
for 2 different combats. This is gonna get really annoying.
Hiya.
Top of the round for the Griff side combat is Maya. Maya, this wolf creature, this dog, it's punched you in the throat, and it's going after your boy. How dare it?
What a jerk. Is this thing the only one that's around right now?
Nope.
Okay. Maya's gonna kind of
It's
take
just the most
stock of
pressing
that real
threat.
quick and like see what else is around.
Yes, there is another larger wolf-like creature, bipedal this time, with glowing red eyes, just sort of twitching awkwardly in the dull moonlight through the clouds.
How far away is it?
Right now, 20 feet.
Does it appear to be coming towards us?
It's almost like those horrible blinking angel statues that I always get told about. Every
From
time you look
Doctor Who.
away,
Yeah,
it's just
okay.
sort of a little bit closer.
I see.
But you never see it move. It's just sort of fidgeting awkwardly. It's almost like it's between dimensions or something, and it's just flickering closer.
Sick. That's great. Gotta love that. Who
Yeah.
doesn't like that?
Yeah,
Nightmare fuel.
it's color.
Seeing that, keeping an eye on it, it's always
Keep back.
the back of her mind. She's gonna go in again for another Frostveil Fangs on this thing.
Yes.
Not
Okay.
that one, the one that she's fighting currently.
Yeah.
Oh god. Never mind. It's 9.
All right. Yeah, Maya, as you go in to tackle this wolf once more, you take another 4 points of damage as it just kind of hip checks you on the way in and sort of sends you careening over the top of it. This thing's fast.
All right.
All right, Griff.
Hold.
All right. Griff's gonna try to entangle the one that we're fighting currently.
Okay.
That's strength save for you.
Strength save for me.
Do the Star Wars ship flying by.
Okay. Ooh, it doesn't matter. A natural 1.
Yes, love that. Restrained.
Okay. Yeah, as it kind of hip checks Maya on the way over, you're like, no! And a bunch of grass and vines kind of pull this thing down.
Nice.
It's very sad.
Cool beans.
All right. How does it escape from those?
It has to do another strength save
Okay.
as its action.
Is its action?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Roar! What's your DC?
Mine?
Yes.
14.
14. The dog remains restrained
Sick.
as it's sort of struggling and fighting against everything. In comes Spooky Boy. Very, very spooky boy. Griff, as you're entangling the one wolf, you hear behind you the snap of a twig, and then
The snap of my neck.
stealth kill. Flawless execution.
It's Refisol.
Not yet.
Just hear it in your ears. Not yet. And then something else stabs you.
Sick.
Grifferino, you does an 18. 18 hits you. You are not him.
I'm not Elmar.
Yes, you are not
But that
Elmar.
would have hit him too, so.
Yes.
Barely.
Barely.
Ooh, not too bad from the first hit from this thing. You only take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Who doesn't like to hear first hit from this thing?
I mean, I do. Does a 15 hit you as well?
Exactly.
Okay. This is the scarier one. Now that he's closed the gap. Griff, you take 4 points of slashing damage, and if you would be so kind as to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sick.
Yikes.
Oh
no.
That's very solid. I don't know.
That just clicked for me.
I did it because I don't know what is happening. Con. That's a 21.
21.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Griff, you're fine.
Yeah.
You feel a dark burden starting to course through your veins, and you go, I don't really want to deal with that right now. And it just goes, okay, cool, I get it. We all get busy. It's fine. And it kind of backs off a little bit.
Just to clarify, I took 8 points of damage just then. right? Because you said 4 at first, and then it was another 4.
Yes.
Okay.
4 from the 2 hits. But yes, Griff, you feel fine. You
Cool.
flee in.
Cool.
Elmar,
Oh no.
welcome to your fight.
Oh no.
The first of these wolf-like creatures just immediately, in the flash of an eye, comes over to tackle you.
Okay.
It's one of the smaller ones, and it does not hit you because nothing can.
Yep.
It's impossible.
It's true.
But you watch as it's got like greyhound levels of speed, you know, and then just comes flying up towards you, tackles over towards your shield, and you just go, no. Bonk. The other one, the spooky red eye one,
Another one.
says, yes. You watch as it's kind of twitching eerily in the now just barely cresting through moonlight.
Oh boy.
Ooh, but he also fails to hit you on the hit that would bring him close to you. He just runs up, sees that you're very armored and shielded, and his first strike is insufficient. The second is the same number, so he's unable to claw through your heavy armors. As you're like, I don't like where this is going. Let's see what happens here. I'll roll the amber dice for
Uh-oh.
Josiah.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
For the other one.
As the massive red-eyed wolf is kind of just looming over you, an arrow strikes him right in the chest. Cause your boy don't play no games.
It's accurate.
All right. As the arrow sinks in, you don't get to know how much damage it does, but it seems like a good hit. A loud yelp comes from this creature
Good.
as the eyes kind of flicker and flash, and it seems to be struggling to maintain its creepy flicker. Da, 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 we need to write that down. You take this much damage so far.
I don't know what's going on.
Dude.
You clearly know what's happening, but I have no
I know
idea.
what's happening
They're
too.
trying to possess us.
Gruntunga! Away!
I guess 3 steps removed. What can Gruntunga do?
Gruntunga, I'd have to really
Chomp.
pull it up, but yes, she has basically similar abilities to Elmar. She has a charge move. She can do Iron Head.
Okay, she will do Iron Head.
Okay.
Yeah, but like,
Do that to you.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it already happened.
Right. What? What do you
He
mean?
hasn't figured it out yet. It's okay. Roll your Iron Head. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go on Iron Head.
16 on the die.
Okay, that'll hit. Which one are you going for? It hits
Nope.
either, but
Whatever one's closer. Probably the little one.
the little one.
Yeah,
Okay.
little warm up.
It's just get away.
Yeah.
Stop. That's I believe 2d10. I can double check the damage dice on that.
Like, I'm a werewolf?
No.
I don't understand what's happening.
He doesn't get it.
I'm not following.
He doesn't get it, guys. If you get it,
I'm sure they get it. I wasn't fully paying attention because Kelsey texted me like 8 times. So then I was like, what is going on? Why is my phone ringing so much? And when you were saying things, I wasn't fully
When you
paying
get
attention. This is what
you
happens.
just get it.
This is what happens.
It took me
Oh,
a
no.
minute, but
It's actually way more. It's 4d6,
okay.
and you have a chance to knock them prone.
Get there.
And it's also worth noting that Gruntanga's ability, this might actually be incredibly useful. She has advantage on saving throws made to resist additional effects from an attack.
Thank God.
So
Holy
she's actually
moly.
perfectly positioned for this.
Yeah.
Great call, bro.
I want to bring Gruntanga with me forever and always and never, ever, ever be away from her. Forever.
16.
16. Okay. Yes, as Gruntanga goes, stop. Boom! This thing just kind of shatters and flies several yards. And as it
Beautiful.
lands, a bunch of these sort of rock and other elemental buildup on this thing falls away, and you see just a normal wolf kind of get up loosely, give you a nod of recognition, and then just slowly limp away.
All right. Interesting.
Elmar.
Yes.
Elmar Gregory.
Elmar would like
Elmar.
to get a quick perception check or
Yes.
investigation check at these creatures to see if there's any. He would do it to see if there's any tie to the ones we've seen with Hot Dad, like any armor, any weapons,
Yes.
clothes, something that is, out of place.
Patches.
Something.
Patches over.
So that would be a 15.
A 15? Yes, at closer inspection, aside from being canine in nature, there doesn't seem to be any other similarity.
All right, then. Here we go. I will try to
These are no hot dads.
I will try to stab this egg.
Yes.
Crit.
What, you egg? He stabs him. Okay, yeah, you absolutely hit, but you now you have crit.
Yep. So it'll be 14 plus.
22.
Yep.
Pumping any smites in there?
Nah.
Okay. The creature survives.
Okay.
As you bring your rosewood
From my
blade.
first hit.
Yes. As you bring your first slice through this thing, you see where the arrow is, and you're like, yeah, it seems like a good enough place to start. And you just go, kind of slash down the side. This horrible pool of acidic blood seems to just spill out onto the grass below, and it just starts to sizzle and sort of burn away.
Interesting. Does my purifying fire sword do any additional things to it?
If you want to do the fire damage.
That's what I added it already. So.
Okay. Then yes, that is very important to know. Yes, as the fiery blade slashes through this thing, that acidic blood still spills out onto the ground. But the wound immediately seems to cauterize behind it, and you can see beneath the sort of rough, rocky fur exterior of this thing, human flesh. Your second attack! Get him! You do!
So I want to clarify on this.
Yeah.
So it looked like a wolf, but then when I cut it, inside it looked human, or like there was a human body in it. Like when I cut it, I could see a body.
Oh, it looks like somewhere deep beneath whatever's going on, this is a human being.
Okay.
So it didn't eat one. It
No.
was one. Okay.
So I want to
her. They're gonna eat me.
I want to do a tackle and try to just like pin it to the ground, maybe like where I cut it, and see if I can help the person inside.
Oh, yes.
And unintentionally try to use my healing abilities to remove disease.
Okay. Yes, as you tackle this thing, go ahead and roll your roll for tackling.
Strength check.
Yes.
21.
21. It resists pretty heavily at first, and then you just go, stop it! You just slam it into the ground. As it just kind of sits, snarling beneath you as you channel your healing energies. Nothing seems to change.
Okay.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Refusul. Make a con save. Refusul, as you're still trying to sleep, there's a whole bunch of shouting and clashing going on. You've kind of got the like fever sweats.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I just want to sleep. I'm so annoyed. You kind of snarl to yourself and roll over again. We'll get back to you later.
Great. I'm sure that 3 did a lot
Hey,
of
if
good
somebody
for
has
me.
to kill him, I call it.
Perseus. At this point, the Oceaneers have kind of staggered to their feet. They go, protect the boss! As they kind of like funnel around you. They've got their little... One's holding a frying pan, the other one's like, just grabs some sticks. They're like, get him out of here! And one guy's like, well, I still have my club, so here we go. They just move into a defensive position around Perseus. As they're like, he needs his rest!
Look at them.
Don't wake him up for this! This
He
is
needs
nothing!
to sleep.
He needs to sleep. Hoba will see that the situation seems to be a bit dire and is like, all right. And he will insert himself into the Griff fight.
Release the snake, Koba.
He's like, oh my god. That's his command word.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Yeah.
Elmar, Ko will send the ants to you.
And then come help me.
And then kind of hold his ground, but because they are much sooner in initiative than He is. He will motion for the ants to go help you out as he's like, that looks pretty serious. Maya, you've got 2 wolves still coming after you.
Cool. She's gonna Rivers rebuke these fools and get them. Just hit them though. Come on, girl. 17?
17 hits.
Yay.
Which one are you going for?
It can hit both of them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's important because you don't need to roll to hit the big werewolf.
Oh, it just
Only
happens?
need to roll to hit the wolf.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. 7 cold damage,
Oh.
and they are now weak to cold.
Oh, they already were. That's
Well,
perfectly all right.
Now they're double weak.
As you strike into the smaller of the wolves, similar to what happened on Elmar's side, but unbeknownst to you the first time, the sort of rock and weird elemental structures fall away, and there's an ordinary wolf within that kind of gives you a thanks. And as Speak with Animals is on, you do get a very faint-hearted like thank you, as it just starts to kind of limp away. The larger one just gets slammed into with all this cold water, and it seems to be like shivering even more than it was. Still standing.
Cool.
It's a big spooky boy. But after Maya, unless Maya wants to run, or go somewhere, or do other things.
I mean, she'll just like kind of circle and try to put this thing between myself and her.
Okay. Gryffindor! It's your turn.
Ice knife, baby.
Ice knife.
All right, so you said I don't have to roll to hit this thing?
Correct.
I just do?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa, never stop. No.
It's dun dun dun. No, it's not.
I'll cast it at the 2nd level.
Oh.
And go ahead and get after it. So it takes 9 damage from the knife itself,
Yes.
and now it's gonna explode.
Yes.
So 9 plus 5 plus 2 more, so 9 plus 7.
9 plus 7?
16.
Okay. And that's all cold damage?
Yes.
Yes. The large lichen creature before you just sort of shatters in this horrible heap as the fur and large claws retract, leaving still a wolf, but a dead one. A dead human being wolf.
Human.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. It's a wolf. Like a wolf person.
It is of the wolf tribe,
but
however
he was
it
a
is-
werewolf.
Yes. The irony is palpable.
Right. Wolf, werewolf, wolf.
Griff.
Get it? Get it? Like the wolves that I don't like?
Like the wolf tribe.
It were a
It was
wolf.
a werewolf wolf.
It were a
Yeah.
wolf before it died.
Like 7 W's.
Is that 30?
No. It's worth noting. Griff, your tattoo does not change. Seems as though your friends do not have sway this far away from the forest. Whether or not you bring them the body is your prerogative. No, I don't think I
All right. So were those the only 2 threats to me?
Those were the threats to you. The
Cool.
immediate threats to you. Hoba, seeing this, as he's like, well, I should
Go somewhere
help
else.
Elmar, I guess. The ants. The ants tunnel their way towards the wolf threats to Elmar. Elmar, I will let you decide which one they go for.
There's still. Oh yeah, probably the one Gruntonga punched with her head.
Oh, that one's gone, huh? Yes, because Gruntonga was the one that revealed to you that it is no longer Spooky Wolf. So there is just the big one.
Okay.
I tell a lie.
Alright.
They go after the big one,
Okay.
and they hit,
Okay.
and they do a ton of damage.
Oh. Okay.
Because
Good for them.
that's how the ants do. But you
Yep.
still have to roll it, but they get to do a bunch of damage, because there's 15 ants.
What I roll?
It's a 13 on the dice, but
Okay.
you don't have to.
You don't have to roll
because
to
it
hit.
hits. Remember?
Yes.
You said it just hits.
Big Spooky Wolf, you do not have to roll to hit,
Oh.
because he's just sort of there. He's very big. He doesn't seem to have any sort of defensive stance at all. He's
Okay.
just wild and angry.
Okay.
So for now, I don't have the exact rules in front of me. Just go ahead and roll 3d6, and we'll call it crushing steel damage.
10.
10. Okay, yes. As the ants sort of do their thing, and they crawl up alongside you, they go, and they just start chewing up through this thing. You hear the dull whimper of a wolf, and then the loud cries of a human man being consumed by ants.
Yikes.
As they then kind of look at you and go,
With their antenna.
yes.
That's awesome.
And they kind of skitter back towards Ko. That removes you from your immediate threats as well.
Okay.
There is still a third set of red eyes somewhere, which you guys seem to have lost track of in the heat of the moment. But as you look back towards your sleeping compatriots,
Yeah.
you can see Bones is kind of standing at the ready with his sword and board. The Oceaneers with their hobbled together tools are like, protect the boss! Keep him safe! You can see Amenadiel kind of brandishing his glowing club, but it's just like, what is happening? I'm so tired. Ko sat there, kind of slowly rotating the Fushigi electric stone in his hands. And Refusul, I need another Constitution save from you, my man.
Let's see if I can roll something above a 3 today.
No, be a werewolf.
I mean, you rolled above a 3.
5. Not my day for rolls.
Yes. As you hear the horrible, sickening crack of human bone, Refusul, in his slumber, seems to have roughly tripled in size, and now resembles one of the creatures you just fought off. As he sort of staggers up to his feet, lets out a loud howl.
Oh! How's that?
Inspiration coming your way is how good that was.
Get him the cup! He gets a cup!
To use on us.
You were awakened by the
like-
sound of Refusul howling, and you're like, why?
What is going? Oh my god.
As where Refusul once was, there's now a several meter tall, enormous werewolf creature. Just sort of scratching. Yes, very good. He's doing very well. I'm so proud. Yes. As Amenadiel looks at his once buddy and is like, oh, come on, dude. Now I gotta beat you. In the face. With a bone. Everybody's in. One combat.
Are we re-rolling initiative, or are we just?
No, we're gonna
sliding
keep
people
those
in?
numbers. Your actions are driven by Refusul's basest emotions.
Okay. I have a disdain for Griff, so I'm probably going to...
It all comes out in the wash.
It's all full circle.
Good
Because
for
we're
you,
just
Bones.
starting where we were,
Yeah,
so
as
the
you
ants
should.
just go Bones.
Oh, Bones. I get to be Bones.
You get to be
You have to do a
Bones.
Scottish accent.
You do.
I can't.
More.
Well, then here he comes to. I think he would not do like the fullest of strengths because it's still like our friend, but maybe we'll try to subdue him, like
Okay.
tie him down, remove this curse. 3.
3. Refusul, you take 3 points of paltry slashing damage from a non-enchanted blade.
Okay.
Poultry.
Now, I was a 34, so now I'm a 31, so same rules apply.
You are at an unknown amount of HP.
Okay, so I don't need to keep track of
yes,
this.
your mortal powers are no longer an issue for you.
Okay.
But yes, Bones, as you come in for this, you're like, "Ah! Right then, hardly knew you. Sorry, Refusul, you're up next.
All right. So what am I rolling?
Whatever you want. You're gonna go after somebody. I'll let you pick. It's gonna be Griff, isn't it?
Of course it's going to be Griff.
He's
Griff
already
tried to kill me like 3
Yes.
days ago.
So you would take a number of opportunity attacks, but I don't think large wolf Refusul would care.
Mhm.
So yeah, you see Griff and you're like, He heard me! As you growl and roar and make your way over.
Do we understand it?
Kind of. He's still like in the early stages of wolfdom.
It's like a teen wolf.
Yes.
We haven't hit the
Stop.
we haven't hit the full
basketball.
moon yet, so I'm not 100%.
Taking a lot away from how badass he looks right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Large wolf Refusule, it is worth noting, still has a similar glow to what his boomerang had. Which I think only you know what that means, but that's okay. We'll deal with that as we have to. I just realized that's gonna be terrifying. Okay, Refusule, as you head off in the vague direction of Griff, Josiah, aka Ruse, and Bones each get an opportunity attack as you sort of wander past them. So if you want to roll for Bones, I'll roll for Ruse. We'll just keep this thing rolling. Actually, we don't even... I keep forgetting. If you just want to roll damage.
Just roll damage. You're going to hit me.
5.
Okay, another 7 points of non-enchanted, non-magical slashing damage coming in towards Refusule. And he's like, that's cute. As Ruse and Bones are like, what? But they're like, wait, no, this is the one! Does he count as one? Yes. Yes, he counts as one. Don't kill him. Alright, yeah, I won't.
But maybe I will.
And he's counting, he's like, 100. Yeah, no, we won't kill him for sure. You still get your attack, dude. As you run up towards Griff. Griff, you see another much larger wolf come bounding up towards you. Still flickering creepily in the moonlight, as the cloud has now just barely exposed the full moon. Go for it. Roll your damage on him.
That's a 6, right? 6,
It is... Well, it depends. Do you want to hurt him or do you want to throw him?
I just want to throw him.
Okay, then that's only 2d6.
Showing restraint here.
You hurted me one time!
6.
Okay. Griff, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this large wolf creature that used to be Refusule just walks up and backhands you in the face. As you go kind of flying away, staggered onto the ground. It's Hoba's turn. So Hoba's like, never a dull moment. He will do his little throwing knife dart trick dealio. Just go.
No, Hoba, release the snake.
He goes, I need a moment.
Release this as you're dying on the floor.
Oh my god, snack thing! Give me a warrior's death!
3 D8s.
I need to know that the thing that killed me.
It's your snake.
As the 3 daggers slam into the back of Refusule, they turn into little teeny tiny snakes once more. It's like a... They kind of sink into the back. You would be poisoned if you could be poisoned. But you take 10 points of non-magical, non-enchanted poison bitey damage. It would hurt, but oh well.
I felt it.
Yeah. As you watch, Hoba is now able to channel the snake. He needs a target.
Sick.
As the tattoo once again just kind of slithers off his arms and begins to make its way, but it's a fairly long way. Oceaneers.
Love it.
Protect the boss!
Yep, firing it down.
Fire the cannons!
Protect the boss! That would be sick. We gotta get them like an enchanted cannon that they could just pull out of like a backpack. Set it up, boys! Quick!
Pack the good powder.
I'm gonna allow it. They have a portable cannon.
Sick.
Why not? It's cool.
I'll take it.
They're digging in their bag. They're like, we gotta protect the boss, protect him! As they set up this big slipshod cannon.
They each have a piece. Like one's
Yes.
got like the big cannon, one's got like the legs, and the other guy's got the
guy who
piece.
has the club is actually just it's the thing that packs the powder in.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I love it. Okay, So yeah, we'll say that they can set up their cannon and take a shot.
Cool. Sure.
I'm not gonna make it ridiculous. We'll say it's like a D8 damage for now,
I'm
just
cool
because
with
it's
that.
silly.
Yeah, I love it. That's 6.
They use it's the cook pot that they cook your food in is the cannon barrel. It's just super tall. They're like, all right, protect the bus. Yeah,
Protect the bus with food.
keep the bus energized. We got a big fight tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, as they launch off a large cannonball, which is basically just a boulder they found nearby, they're like, this'll do. Boosh. As they launch it off, it slams into the back of Rafasul, someone left a window open or something. Maybe you're just outside. It could be a nice breeze. It's Ruse's turn.
I kind of like being this badass. I might want to keep this.
Yeah, because you're not that badass normally.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even know.
You're about to release your light inside me, so we're about to find out.
Whoa. Ruse, not one to be outdone, rolls maximum damage on shooting you in the leg. Just trying to pin you to the ground.
Nice.
Doesn't use one of his special arrows, just a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
He's using some restraint. He manages to pin just through your calf and into your foot, so your leg is kind of a little immobilized, and you just straighten your leg out and snap the arrow.
Oh my god.
After
That
Josiah / Ruse is Ko.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Ko, what are your thoughts on this situation?
It is scary.
Guys, we're
However,
learning around the world. Check it out.
I do have distance electrical abilities.
You do.
So I will zip zap with
Zip,
that
zap, zop.
attack.
Okay. Zip it, zip zap zop. Get that damage.
6.
It looked like you hit the table and the dice flew up and rolled. And I was like, that was a cool trick. You been practicing?
Bam.
Oh, that one's only a 2. Well, I've pinned my dice forever in this little nook between the wooden slats and the computer, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Anyways, as Ko just looks out and goes, "Sup, Rafasul?" Just kind of shoots a little electrical tingle up your spine. You're like, ooh, nice. Feels good to be awake. Does Undertow get involved?
I mean, he has a chance to hurt something. Probably a little bit of pent up aggression from Percy yelling
The
at
other
him.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Literally like 4 hours ago,
Yeah.
6 hours ago.
I'm sorry about our fight.
Yeah, and Twister.
Yes, Twister.
So
Right
I don't
foot
have to
red.
roll to hit, right?
You
Just-
don't know.
So it does 3d8 cold damage.
Okay. Big hits.
6,
10.
7, 10.
10. Okay. Yes. You take 10 points of magical enchanted damage.
Ooh.
Surprise. So that one actually does hurt. That one takes a little bit of a sting. But you're still doing okay.
So magic seems to have a lot more effect on me than the non-magic.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, so you do have a whirl now that he can use.
And he has disadvantage on deck saves.
Okay. Yes, so
And
you now
speed
have,
reduced by 10.
Yeah, you're now much slower, and you feel less capable of dodging than you did a moment before.
Well, I haven't been doing a very good job of dodging anyway. Everything hits me.
That is correct. It is Gruntonga's turn now. If she were to run in, she would be affected by the whirl. But she could do it.
Let's do it.
Don't do it.
Okay. Charging in.
Slam him in there, boys.
Bop 'em.
11.
11. You take 11 points of non-magical, non-enchanted bludgeoning damage from a massive rhinoceros.
Okay.
Do I need to do anything at the current moment for the twister?
No, it's if you start your turn in the twister. So actually, Undertow could.
Let's end it.
Run through.
It's only 5 feet, right?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot cube of whirling. So right now it's like you're barely on the cusp. You may or may not take the hit. Depends if it moves.
Gotcha. You gotcha.
But there's always a chance. Anywho, after Gruntonga is Elmar himself. Elmar, what's your play?
Elmar will charge in with his shield and just try to knock him prone.
Okay. I admire the persistence.
Yep.
Away you go.
Just want to knock him over. So do we contest strengths?
Yes, that still happens.
So roll a d20 with me and suffer.
You have a bonus that will be discussed at a later
That
time.
was the wrong die.
It's a D12.
Oh, that's a good
Is
thing.
it still higher?
Freaking 5, man.
Okay.
I have 2
21.
5s, 2 3s today, man. I'm rolling awesome.
20.
Elmar, as you take these big bounding leap steps, you're like, I will save you from being impure! And just kind of leap up and bash him across the face with your shield. He kind of staggers back and falls down.
Perfect.
You just hold your sword, you're like, creature of night!
I would like to, in my second action, hold my sword up with all of its light and try to block the moon.
Okay. That's an interesting ploy. I admire your persistence. Though that will come into play later.
Okay.
Perseus. You are awakened by the sound of the boys assembling the cannon.
What is that?
As they go, yo!
I heard him up.
They go, good hit, boys, protect the boss! They're like, pack another one!
And I'll get up and survey everything and...
Go back to bed.
It's the most sound sleeper ever to make it this long.
You guys got this.
There's 2 things I want to do.
Okay.
But I can only do one. The thing is I don't know if Percy would know what to do.
Okay.
So with that, he's just gonna start blasting. And
Everyone.
I mean, because he doesn't know it's me right now, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. In a
Yeah.
half awake thing, you're like, there's a big wolf, like, right where Raphael was sleeping.
yeah.
I don't know this guy well enough to know what he does after dark. I don't care. Who knows?
So do I have to roll to hit or
You do not.
just
You
hit?
do not have to roll to hit.
Okay, let me see. 2 beams.
And I don't know why, but I keep assuming that Perseus has a flintlock pistol. I don't know why.
I mean,
Pirate.
If you,
You know
want to
what?
give me one,
It's
I'll take it.
It's because it's Percy. I keep thinking, I'm like,
he's
yeah,
a
he pulls out
pirate.
bad news and does 4 billion
Yeah.
damage. That's why.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So that's 12 points of force
Interesting.
and 8 points of force, so 20 total.
Okay. So Elmar, as you're kind of holding up your blinding radiant sword to sort of mimic the sun, you notice that the wolf creature Raphael is unable or unwilling to look directly at you. It seems to be like turning its head away as you're sort of burning away all of its evil deeds. As 2 massive force blasts just shatter into the side of Raphael, and some large chunks of weird wolf rock skin kind of get blasted away as you take a whole nother whopping of magical and enchanted force damage.
It's working, boys.
Hit him again!
Amenadiel. That's your boy over there.
Yeah.
Getting walloped on. But he's in there somewhere. What are you doing?
Well, I think now that I see that it seems to be helping, and maybe he attacks.
Okay. Let me get your attackerinos here. Yes, so if Amenadiel were to use his dealio, it's 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 4, and that d6 is radiant.
So 5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay. Yeah, as Amenadiel's like... just silently throws the bone and is like, I may have just killed him. So the bone goes flying out. It kind of smacks you right under the jaw. And Raphael on the inside, you're like, that's a good hit. That's my boy. As the boomerang kind of flies back to him, Amenadiel just drops it to the side. It's like, what did I just do? It's like, I hit my boy. Maya. You're not bogged down by such petty concerns as whose boy this may or may not be.
Friendship.
She gonna rebuke him, and I don't have to roll that.
Nope.
I rebuke thee.
You do not.
That's
It's 11 cold damage.
11 cold damage. Take 11 points of enchanted and magical cold damage. Oh well.
Oh, well. Sounds pretty extreme.
Yeah. Does Maya do anything else? Now that large Refusul has a weakness to cold.
I mean, she can't really do anything else. All
Although
she
that
can
is
do
highly
like-
relevant for the whirl damage. That's a
Yeah.
good combo.
That's about to come out.
I did a good job.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I did it.
I did it. Griff, this dude just like smashed you in the face. If you were a normal mortal human boy with no magic powers, your jaw would be shattered, your ribs are broken. Instead, you're just pissed.
Ouch. You know what? That wasn't very nice. So Griff's gonna summon an ice knife and try to hit him with it.
Okay. Oof. You've got a lot of friendlies in there.
We were
You're
even.
right. That is a thing. I
There's a
forgot.
lot of friendlies, and the explosive damage is a dex save.
You're
not an
right.
AC.
Griff doesn't
You're
think about
right.
anybody but himself when he
You've
fights.
got Elmar in there who's currently
Everybody's in
working
there.
to block out the light. Ice knife, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would be the Star Lord to Refusul's Thanos.
Yeah, he's
Died. They're like, no, stop it.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Die.
Not hating Refusul as much as Refusul hates Griff. He's
Kill
gonna
him.
make an ice knife and then stop throwing it and instead try to entangle him so that he stays down.
That is a good choice. Refusul, go ahead and give me a D20 roll.
Because
And just see
his rolls have been garbage. So
I'm sure it'll be a 5 or a 3.
I'm
Is
hoping.
Is it a deck save? Because it's
hoping.
at disadvantage.
It's not a
It's
deck
a
save.
12.
A
Doesn't
12?
save.
Well, he does have bonuses, my
Oh
friend.
no.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
Don't give him his bonuses.
He has werewolf powers right now.
Of course he does.
He has fresh werewolf powers right now.
What was that a contention of?
Strength,
just strength
to,
save.
DC.
Yeah. It's my spell save.
So yes,
It's
as
14.
vines begin to entangle around you, you kind of turn your head up and you catch the slightest glimpse of the moon and just shatter it. And Elmar goes, "Oops, I got it." Whoopsie whoopsies.
Oh, is that how it works?
Oops.
Good.
All right.
And did they all notice this?
No, it's very, very subtle. I
Oh,
think
okay.
only Elmar would be close enough to realize that anything is different.
Okay.
We will go to Bones. Because the ants have kind of done what they thought they were going to do. They're back with... They're headed back to their little cave. They're like, yeah, we're going to go rest up. It's been a long night of eating human beings.
Sure.
Fair.
So we'll cut straight to Bones. Bones, you can see that Elmar's kind of got this sort of strategy going on. That's your boy from back in the day. How would Bones assist?
He will go up and try to,
Just puts two hands on his foot. I got him. I'll hold him.
he'll ask, and Elmar will say to keep him looking at the sword
Okay.
for its holy abilities, not because it's anything else, but keep him looking at it. We'll exorcise this demon, and he'll try to like hold his head and make him look at it.
Okay. Goes. Yeah. All right. And just kind of we'll do a contested strength for Bones, who is sadly still very much just normal mortal human guard, and Refusul, who is fresh werewolf.
Fresh
Oh
werewolf.
boy.
10,
Fresh
4.
wolf. 10-4. 10-4.
10-4,
Bones
good
is
buddy, it works.
He's like, look at that light. Refusul goes, no. Come on, just look at it. Just turn your head like. As they struggle, Refusul,
Mm-hmm.
it's your turn, buddy.
Wait, he takes damage.
He takes damage. Takes horrible
6
damage.
points of cold damage.
6 points of cold damage,
Wow.
which you are currently weak to. So you do take 12 points. Magical enchanted cold damage. Big hit.
Mm-hmm.
You're still up.
More chunks go away or no?
Couple. Here and
Couple.
there. Things
Alright.
seem to be falling away. The water is kind of weakening this new.
So I'm not necessarily Refusul anymore. I'm more of just some
You
kind
are-
of beast.
You are a being of pure primal rage
All right, then
for the moment.
I focus my attention on Maya because Maya seemed to deliver the biggest pain.
Okay.
So I'm focused on the one that delivered the pain now versus past experience.
Okay. give me real quick a perception check. No additional bonus for you because Refusul didn't have one either.
13.
13. Okay. You're sort of able to kind of see the moon, so you're still sort of transfixed in this weird rage thing. So going after Maya will resolve. So you're able to kind of stand yourself up because they were not able to restrain you.
Mm-hmm.
You can stand, and Maya is nearby. Maya's nearby you.
Okay, so I guess my only ability is to charge and attack,
You have
right?
charge, and you have large claws, and you can roar.
Well, roaring's not going to do much, so we're going to...
You don't know that. You should do it. Find out.
Don't.
We're going
You can roar if you want.
we're gonna charge Maya.
Make everybody around you scared.
Yes.
Yes.
And you all lose 3 points of
You'd be
strength.
surprised
Just
how
all
effective
die.
it is to scare an entire combat. So yes, you are able to hit Maya.
Okay.
Are you doing charge up and backhand, or are we using claws?
I'm just going to backhand
Okay, 2d6 bludgeoning. Get it.
because there's a part of me that is resisting trying to kill them. 5.
Okay, Maya, you get sizably bopped in the face, but you can tell he's holding back. There's some degree of restraint going on. He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
What a nice guy.
Refusul, you have an additional attack action.
Now I'm going to
Since you're no
howl.
longer blinded.
Now I'm going to howl.
Okay, here we go. Maya, Griff, Bones, Hoba, Oceaneers, Ruse, Ko, Undertow, Gruntonga, Elmar, Perseus, and Amenadil. We all need wisdom saves. Yay!
Wisdom, Dave.
Okay, so Hoba is fine. Elmar, you did well?
I'm good.
Okay. What about Ko?
He's very afraid.
He beat his pants.
Terrified.
Ko immediately, a literal brick falls down.
Yeah.
He just goes, oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, Refusul, as you howl and you see all the fear around you, you're reinvigorated. You feel great.
No, why though?
That is the one time you can do that tonight. However, it's a good time to do it. As you watch as some of the wounds that
Sure it
you've
is.
dealt to him sort of begin to recover.
Jeez.
But the knight is no longer young.
Where's this encampment? Let's just sick him on.
Quell it for now and then.
Yeah.
I don't
reignite
want
it.
to tell you how to beat me, but you might want to just delay until sunrise.
Run! Everybody just
A
run!
lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
Bark, 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 bark. Hoba's turn.
Like, let's just draw it out till sunrise, and then he learns he can also teleport. And there's just no running.
Yeah, do I have my powers? Of course, I'm not really cognizant. I'm fighting an
Yeah.
inner demon
These
right
things
now.
seem to have your powers regardless. So,
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. Hoba sends the snake.
yes.
Ooh. Oh, he doesn't have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
That's fortunate.
He hits.
Send the snake.
That is 11 points of magical enchanted poison damage.
That's generally enough to.
Thankfully, you are immune to poison because you're a werewolf. It's fine. The Oceaneers are not scared. I need to take that out of here. They're fine.
Protect the boss.
Protect the boss.
Protect the boss. Protect
Let's
the
get another
boss.
hit.
D8.
Another D8. Boom.
5.
All right, you take 5 points of non-magical, non-enchanted bludgeoning damage as a stone strikes you in the back of the head.
These guys are
And the
like,
boys go, yeah! We got him!
High fives all around.
Protect the boys!
you guys are like roaches. Like I could just go over and stomp on them in a second.
Yes, but there's too many targets. He's too large. Ruse is frightened. So he has to roll a disadvantage.
Is he? I thought he was good and Bones was
No.
scared.
No, they're both
They're
scared.
both
Oh.
scared.
So he does actually have to roll to hit you. At disadvantage. It's a 17 and a 19. Never mind, he's fine. He goes, oh, I'm so nervous. Who am I kidding? He goes, if you
Said
make me...
no one.
He goes, if you make me, I'll put you down. Another 8 points of non-magical, non-enchanted piercing damage as he strikes you once again right in the calf. Just trying to bring you down. It's what he does.
Just glad I had more than 34. I'd already be dead.
Ko, you're terrified.
Yeah, I am.
What you doing?
Eyes closed. You're gonna zing zap out. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, give me a roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
No guard does not come into play if your eyes are closed.
4.
4. All right. Yeah, a little. Just this very weak lightning bolt. Just
I think it would hit me because I'm made of metal.
yeah, it redirects into Elmar. And you're like, no. Why? I've tried so hard to keep this team together. Undertow. Oddly enough, you're frightened of this thing. Inexplicably.
Yeah.
You're like, why am I scared? But I am.
So can't willingly move closer.
Yes.
But he can move the twister.
You can. That is very
him.
easy to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you're afraid.
Oh, I believe you can also use
Yeah.
Whirlpool.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to get that back on top of him.
Okay.
And
Remove
then
the Whirlpool.
that's the bonus action.
Yes.
And then action, use whirlpool.
You can reduce their speed to 0. You can increase the damage by an additional 3d6.
Which is what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So
So-
yes. As Undertow's like, I'm so frightened. The whirlpool just gets bigger and stronger. Gruntanga
Yes.
is also scared,
Yes, she is.
which is sad, but that's okay.
It is. But
Fear is
Um,
okay. It's okay to be scared.
she will yell in emotional support for the team before curling up into a very tight ball.
Oh. Okay. Gruntanga armadillos. You can do it without me. You don't need me. I'll be fine. She goes into a
Wow.
ball.
There's a plan.
I actually feel sorry for that little thing.
Now kill it.
Elmar, you're not scared.
No,
You've
not at
never
all.
been frightened.
In fact, my shield is electrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I will try to tackle him again. I'm gonna run like shield first with like my sword sticking out to hopefully make it a little easier for impact. Fight me, dice duel.
What am I rolling? A 20?
Yeah. No.
17.
Wow, that's a lot better.
Get wrecked.
8 on me. I just bounce off
learning.
like a bouncy castle.
As you fling yourself into the sky, Rafasul, you just go, no.
Not today,
And just
Zerg.
slam him back down. Elmar, it's more of an emotional pain that you're feeling than
Sure.
physical.
Sure.
I imagine your armor and your abilities kind of just absorb the shock of you slamming into the ground.
And then I will try to cut him.
I will cut him.
Yes.
Cut off his feet.
No,
With
he
an
won't.
8 to hit him. Yeah.
You don't have to roll the
You're
hit.
right.
You're not scared.
I keep forgetting.
You're not scared.
I apologize.
It's okay.
But
You
I
throw smites
will.
in there?
No. 4.
Interesting. All right. You
With-
take 4 points.
But this with my fire sword as well.
yes. You take 4
Um,
points.
I don't
of
want to smite
magical,
Lucifer.
enchanted
Radiate.
sword damage.
The heat actually feels good because I don't like the cold.
After Elmar is Perseus.
Knowing Elmar could probably take the hit, I'm going to risk it.
Respect.
Out of that, and just kind of go.
Expect 8d6 damage coming at you.
My bad. And just look away and just.
Okay.
That side of the table has no problem throwing shades.
Rafasul,
Nah, dude, I'm ready.
we need a dex save from you at disadvantage.
Yes, sir. I
So
don't
it's
know why I'm
2
doing that.
d20s. So you're going to give me the lower of the 2.
And that is
18.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
natural 1.
And a 1. Okay.
Am I rolling too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Yours is just straight though.
What's that?
13.
14.
14 total.
Yes.
That's a fail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was
So
pretty
close.
good.
By 1.
That's pretty
close.
good.
So close.
29 points of lightning damage.
Elmar.
Yeah.
As you're like, my shield is electrified, and you leap into the sky right as you're being smacked down to the ground. This massive lightning bolt comes firing up over the battlefield, kind of illuminating everything. And as it strikes right through Refusul's hand, it hits you square in the chest as he slams you back into the ground.
Jeez.
As that lightning hits you,
Palpitations.
Refusul,
Mm-hmm.
you're immediately immobilized as you kind of fall down to your massive wolf-like knees. And you just sort of begin crumbling back to humanity. You feel relieved, but also physically much weaker, as you're kind of back to human man-sized. You've got some pretty severe lightning scarring going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you're back.
Not to mention the big scratch in my back that was already there.
Oh, but that's surprisingly already scarred over.
All right.
Ow.
Am I still at 34?
Yeah, you're back to normal.
All right. So then I'm obviously. What just happened? What's going on?
Oh, good hit, Perseus.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
So tingly.
Are you all right?
I have that
My long hair is straight. Marge Simpson right now.
That was incredible.
Is everybody all right? Are you okay?
Okay is a strong word. I'm alive.
Fair enough. How's everybody looking though?
Why am I?
Get to the boss!
I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm not gonna lie.
They're like dismantling the cannon. They're like, let's make soup.
You're telling us. Do you remember anything from the last couple of minutes?
Elmar, your heart's like.
The last thing I remember is you guys were fighting, and I was trying to rest off my wound. And
You turned into one of those creatures. You were a formidable foe.
really,
Cool.
Where's the mood?
I don't remember anything. I just know that everything kind of burns and hurts right now.
Percy, I think that you might need to intervene here.
Oh, yeah. Let me see what's going on, possibly. I mean, Devin knows what to do, but Percy's kind of like, oh, I don't know.
I'll wing it.
Yeah, and he's gonna kind of like walk over and just kind of start like inspecting me and like, yeah.
The jowls look good. Best in show. Gotta sneak one of those in there. It's been a while.
Yeah, and then I'll check his back and kind of run my fingers down the scars and remove curse.
All right. Yes, you pull this horrible, sickening black smoke out of his back. Refusul, the weight of your prior injuries now hits you full force as you're like, ouch! As this horrible, like, sickening black worm of smoke is just tingling outside of your body now as Perseus just goes,
The hell was that?
Probably something similar with the dead men in the church. Being possessed by something unnatural.
I do. I have glimpses of battling for control, but I wasn't winning. That's for sure. Did I hurt anybody?
I mean, I'm good. Sorry.
Elmar took the worst of it, for sure.
But more from the lightning.
you were fine, it's you. Electrocute me while I'm flying through the air.
You did seem to only want to hurt me and Maya.
I don't know why with Maya.
He's like, but you on the other hand, I can't stand.
But it's only been a few days since you tried to kill me. So there has been some resentment, so I can see why that may have happened.
I understand why you think I tried to kill you, but that was not the intention.
Well, I'm not saying that in my normal state I would try to kill you, but if I
you
were
ever get turned into a beast, you will.
I could. You're my least favorite of our group. I'm gonna be completely honest, but
That's completely fair. The feeling is mutual.
yeah, I can tell. But we have a job to do, and we have a mutual enemy.
Indeed, we do.
I have a dislike for you, not a disdain where I want to eliminate you. I just would rather not have a beer with you.
I think this is something we'll have to talk about in the future.
I think so too, but in this case, I do apologize. My intent is not to hurt you.
Noted. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
He's not trying to hurt you. He just doesn't want to help you. Which is fine. Standard adventuring party drama.
Did you say that? So I know there's the other like wolf creature
Mhm.
that had like the human inside of him. Is he
Yes.
still kicking?
Somewhat. Because one of them was completely consumed by ants. But
Okay.
yes, there is still a barely alive wolf. Human. From the wolf tribe. Very, very confusing way that I've worded these things. Anyways, one of the human members of the tribe that calls themselves the Wolves is still barely kicking.
I'm gonna tie him up and then kind of just bring him over to everybody else. Could question him. Figure out what's going on. Why they are this thing.
If I do my sense thing, can I sense that the spire is close to here?
Let's find out,
Let's
shall we?
find out
Do
indeed.
your sense thing.
Sense it good.
I sense 4. I don't know what bonus I get with
Ah, senses fail.
that. Yeah, I figured. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet for
That
a
was
second
for
so you
Joel.
guys go about your business.
Isn't there a good chance that he's just an innocent person that was taken over like I was?
He's not innocent.
And I start slapping his cheek awake. Morning, princess.
Hi.
You want to explain what's going on here?
I was hoping that you might. Where am I? And who are you?
Well, my name's Perseus, and you just tried to kill us.
That doesn't sound like me.
Oh, think it does.
Think harder.
I'm fairly certain I have no idea who
And
you
I'm
are.
gonna push my trident into his chest a little. You wanna run that back by me one more time?
I didn't try to hurt you, I swear.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Man, my rolls are just not there today. It's 7.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's under duress.
Yeah.
Hard to lie. You're being stabbed.
Where's the rest of your group?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. When I went to sleep, we were in the mountains. I don't even know where I am.
Well, it seems, given what happened to our friend, that is possible.
But thing is people have tried to hurt us before. Do we just let them walk away from this?
I think we use him.
For what?
Your group in the mountains. You experienced anything strange recently?
Not personally, no.
You say the mountains. Do you mean Mother Mountain?
You're one of us.
No,
You'll help me.
I am not. I will not.
Oh. Oh, that's awkward.
You're going to help us.
Yeah, sure. Just stop stabbing me.
I'm gonna hold there until Griff says anything.
It's just, oh.
Why? Why you do it? It really hurts.
I'll nod at you.
I'll pull it back.
Oh, thank gosh. Oh, wow. I don't know where to go with this.
Because it seems like he's not
Like,
in that group.
even
but-
if he was in the mountains, he may have been under this creature's power for weeks or months. Who knows if it, if they're still there. This could be really dated information.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like he's aware that he's aware.
Oh, nice pun.
The young Jim of inspiration.
So, I don't know. Griff's kind of a mind to begrudgingly take him along and ask him questions in the future, but right now it seems like he's not one that knows much about what we just learned anyway, so he's not super useful right now.
How close to death is he? You made it
Fairly.
sound like he was like minutes away.
He's clinging to life.
But also not help him at all.
Yeah, are we going to help him or just let him die is the question.
That's kind of where I'm at.
You said you wanted to use him. What
If we
for?
could. You were asking, is Elmar. Well, it doesn't seem like he is from the group that I saw with the piece of stone. I think he might be from the basic original tribe in the mountains. And I don't think that is where the piece is.
You don't think it's in the mountains?
No.
Do you know where the piece is?
Is it?
I'm just waving at the people at home.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
I mean, he said it was close. That's probably the one that's close, I imagine, but I don't know.
Do you know of the piece?
Piece of what?
The piece that makes weapons stronger. Have you seen anything like this? Where wooden spears become more powerful weapons?
No, but there's a group in the mountains that has weapons that are beyond what I've ever seen.
I'm going to insight that.
Porcupine,
no, I'm,
please.
No, I'm not.
How'd you do?
No, it's 8.
Ooh, taxes due.
There it was. There it was.
Yikes. Jinkies. Yeah, I mean, apparently there's a group in the mountains that has cool weapons. Cool stuff.
Well, maybe I'm wrong then. But the group that I know from there didn't have great weapons.
Well, I mean, if you give me about an hour or so, I can take some time and kind of rest up, and then I can find out a little bit more information from our friend. A little bit more, hopefully, truthful information, if we don't trust it.
Well,
I don't trust any of them.
That's fair.
Yeah, and it could be dated, but it's the only clue we have. I mean, I don't know what our next move should be except to go to the mountain. Maybe there's some clues to where they are, or maybe they're still there.
Where are the mountains in relation to where we are currently?
Pretty far. aren't they?
Yeah, right? That's what I thought.
Suitably far northeast.
How long until you can do that little magic thing that got us to the middle of the desert?
No, that wasn't just me. That was us as a group.
Well, I don't know who did it. I just know I was told to hold my breath and...
I don't know that there's time frame. I think we can do it as we'd like.
Only to certain areas, though.
Can we go to the mountains?
No.
Is there a way you could go up on Undertow to see if there are any forces approaching or nearby, that encampments we could investigate?
I just look at Undertow. I'm just like, I could. For you
Cap and I
guys.
fell out hard, okay? We're not speaking to
And I will. Could use a few choice words with him alone anyways.
Okay, good.
I could use some rest. I'm not gonna lie.
So do we kill this man right here?
I see no reason to, but I also am not familiar with the tribe or...
I can tell you that coming from that creature, whatever he did, he personally didn't do. It was the curse. But maybe we should make sure the curse is out of him, like you did with me? Just so he doesn't come back?
I can't do that right now. I'm a little tired.
If I were to like investigate his wounds or just look him over, be like, is he gonna die if we don't do anything?
Probably not.
Okay.
Even the trident puncture wounds are healing over nicely.
Which makes me think that the curse might still be in there.
Have you been here before? Do you know where you are?
No.
I think we can just let him go.
I think we kill him.
Huh?
I ultimately side with Griff since this is people that he knows.
He's on his own. I'm sure he will find a group, but
Do we really want to fight him again?
he doesn't seem to be a scout.
I'll go with the majority rule.
How about we keep him in our custody for a little bit so I can remove whatever curse burdens him? Then we let him go.
I like that.
I'm really okay with that. I just want to make sure that curse is gone.
Sounds
Alright.
like the best plan.
So, do you want me to scout now? Or wait, then do the curse? Or how do you want to play this?
We can go back to bed. We're all tired. We can always look in the morning. You'll have a better vantage anyway.
Or
Well, good night again.
I'm gonna probably just stay up this time.
Maybe you can have the watch this time.
Sure.
Yes, the Oceaneers will continue to
Protect
get a
the
nice
boss.
stew going.
Oh, feed the
Morning
boss.
stew.
As yes, now they gotta feed the boss.
Protect the boss.
And make him coffee so he can stay awake.
Protect his empty stomach. Bolster his immune system.
Protect it from malnutrition.
Oh my god.
We've got his perfect dietary supplements. We're ready.
A little bit of B12 in here. Some fish oil.
Yes, the boys will stay awake, as will Bones now, because Bones is like, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I'm so tired. I was so scared. I guess this is fine. I have no idea what's happening. So those guys will stay up, and then Perseus, if you're also staying up.
Yeah.
The rest of your evening will pass largely uneventfully.
Okay.
You guys made a lot of noise. Lots of light and flashing and stuff, so any other critters and creatures out there in the darkness that saw that are like, we're good. No, we're cool, dude. We're cool. It's fine. But unless you have anything you'd like to take care of during the evening.
I do have just one thing. And I do want to call Undertow over to me. And I'm going to do like the stern dad, like pull the whiskers and like have him sit like in front of my face kind of deal.
Wow.
Whoa.
And
He allows it.
yeah, I take out my trident.
He's kind of into it.
There's already enough memes. And I'll pull out the trident and with the middle prong being where the crystal is, I'll kind of tap it like on like the center of his like face. I don't mind playing your little game, doing your little bargain, doing your dance with your other parts, but could take so many different ways, and I just now realized
What other parts are those,
I
Perseus?
saw Drew just go. There has to be a little bit of respect between us. You can't underplay the entire situation as if it's just some little family feud. I have nothing but respect for you for saving me, even if it was for your little game. He's like, It's just, I thought we were being a little bit more close and I wasn't just a little puppet for you. So, as long as at the end of the day, you continue to help me and my companions, I'll do whatever you want.
A fair and even exchange.
Just no more playing it down like it's a little game. We take it serious.
Agreed.
And I promise to win for you.
Of that I have no doubt.
So we're good?
We are good.
Alright.
Yeah, and then kind of just probably sit there in like awkward silence, and then once the stew's ready, I'll give myself some and undertow some.
Okay.
And the three-headed bird.
It's remarkably salty. It's almost like briny. They're like, yeah! Get the best taste of the ocean! Yeah! They have no idea how to cook. They're cooking it in a used cannon barrel. But
That's fair.
but they're trying. The only spice they have is salt.
What's the meat? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, it's just like salt water.
Oh.
They're like, yeah! We're gonna cook up a meal for the boss.
Delicious.
Yeah, some of the barnacles in your hair are like, can we have some? We long for the sea. Please.
Probably
Well,
make it taste better if I
if
throw
they're
them in there.
cooking the salt water, it's actually becoming fresh water.
I imagine they're just stirring salt water in a cannon barrel.
Yeah.
The ash gives it a nice flavor. Good texture. Very grizzly.
Gunpowder residue.
Yeah. Hold strong for the boys. Don't want to break their spirit.
I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
But yeah, just eat, chill.
Okay.
Party.
Eat, chill, party. The rest of the evening passes uneventfully as you and Undertow share your moment. You don't hear any more wolf howls or cries or anything as the moon finally disappears from the sky and the sun begins to creep over top. It seems this weird night of cursed men is over. As the boys start banging on the side of the cannon, all right, everybody, it's breakfast time. There you go. Good morning, good morning.
Yes,
Made some breakfast for the boss and the boys.
this is an interesting alarm, but I am hungry. Let's see what they've got.
Perseus is standing behind him just going,
They have boiled water.
Yeah, they go, all right, so we did some foraging, found some berries, put them in the stew. Found some meat, put it in the stew. We got some twigs, put it in the stew. It's nice and salty. Come on down, boys. Boss gotta eat, keep that strength up. Bang, 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 bang.
All right, boss. You're up.
Already had my plate.
What meat?
Here you go.
What kind of meat?
Try it out. You might like it.
I'd like to know what kind of meat it is.
Oh, try it. It's not that bad.
I'll try it.
All right. Elmar,
and death saving throw.
you've eaten some weird stuff on the road.
Uh-huh.
Grass would have been probably more filling, but
Filling, wow.
they tried.
Like negative soup.
Yeah. Well, it takes a lot out of you to stomach more than a sip.
Okay.
It's just like this horrible, mushy mixture of stuff that they found. You're really missing the elders of Polen's tribe, because they can
Sure.
cook. They can cook a lot more out of what they were given.
That's
This is kind of like a
true.
mash of berries with a lot of salt water on it, with some mystery meat.
Gross. Well, this is not quite my flavor, but thank you very much.
You want some more salt?
No, thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna go check on Ko.
All right. Who's next?
Come
Come on down.
I'm going back
I'm
to
already
bed
gone.
while you guys eat
Breakfast.
breakfast.
Breakfast. All right, boys. Ooh, salty.
They enjoyed it.
Yeah.
How's
I'm
our
skipping.
friend looking, though?
Much healthier than when you left him to sleep.
Okay.
All the wounds have scarred over nicely.
I will perform my remove curse.
Okay. Similar to Refusul, a large black smoke-like worm is pulled out of his chest. Is just it just pops. He's like, "What was that? Do I need that?"
I'm just gonna ignore him, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look over at Griff.
What was that?
We're letting him go, right?
I think so.
Well, if you're gonna let him go, you should have some stew.
Oh, absolutely.
Eat up, big guy. You got a big day.
I'm gonna keep him tied until they're done feeding him.
The worst torture of all.
It's sadist.
He's just instantly green as he's like, "Thanks. Yeah, have some more. We got plenty."
It's good, isn't it? And I summon my trident.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, okay. Oh, I love it. It's so good. He's like, can you just stab?
He's like, I'd rather take death than another spoon.
Nope. Down the hatch. Just pour a whole cannon barrel. Just mush berry salt water with mystery meat. He's torture breakfast.
Oh, I think he's had enough. And I'll use my trident and I'll cut the ropes.
Okay. He very cautiously takes like a couple steps away. And then just runs.
And then, no, I'm just
We attack him from 50 yards.
All right, boys, what's the plan?
I'm hopping on an undertow and scouting out.
Yeah.
Did you want to do it by foot? Cover more ground, or?
Sure. I'll hop on my end, do the same sort of thing that he's doing.
Okay.
I'll do it from the air.
Yes. All right, let's get perception checks from the both of you.
The both of you.
Bruh. 7.
Oh, you're still reeling a little from that
A little
stew.
bit.
And now that you're flying, you're like, oh boy.
Be like, hey, do that thing again, undertow.
A cleansing ritual.
There you go.
We got 19.
Oh, thank you.
The 19. Griff, as you ride about, you see strewn pieces of wolves and man flesh. Seems to be the remains of the group that hit you last night. Or at least whatever they left behind. Anything that didn't, where the curse didn't take, it seems like they were just eviscerated. But nothing threatening or otherwise attractive and fatherly riding about.
Attractive and fatherly.
Can I do another stone sense
Sure.
attempt?
Stone sense.
By the power of Grayskull.
It's a 13 on the die.
Sword of Omens.
The nature.
Is it nature?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then it's a 17.
Ah, yes. Steel yourself with resolve. There's some steel something nearby.
Cool.
Not particularly far to your north.
Good. Then I'll make my way back to camp.
Okay.
Do the same.
All right. As the lot of you return to camp, I feel like that's a decent spot to end for today. While the physical wounds will heal, it seems our unlikely allies still have much to discuss before they can be considered friends. If you enjoyed this episode of Ragnarok, consider leaving a like on the video. If you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. If you'd like to support us directly through Patreon, feel free to check out the links in the description box below. You can join the discussions in our Discord server and check out the post show Still Rolling. There's also a link if you'd like to rock some Boarding Party merch, and let us know in the comments what you think is next for our adventurers and what your thoughts might have been if they hadn't lifted Refusul's curse. Thank you for watching Ragnarok. We'll catch you next week.